I forgot to add myself to the stage. Whoops. Talk about not being prepared. Hi guys. I'm as prepared as I'm gonna be. Hi. All right, so M111, I didn't see anything come through for you if that's your name. Everybody that's on the list I just pointed out here, I have Nafisa, Alyssa, Galactic, Emma, Fernando, Joanne, and Payman and MN. So that's who I have that has come through. If anything comes through after the live that is under your name, I will always send back your money. If I do not do a reading for you, there's no doubt in that. I will always refund something that I have not done a reading for. I will not refund you if you just don't like your reading. All right, that's not fair. All right. All right, guys. Hi, Grandma. I call you Grandma. All right. So just a friendly reminder, we're going to set some intentions that, we are in Mercury retrograde. We're in the new moon today. It's not just my messages. I mean, I listen to other creators, astrologers, and there's an energy going on right now, and there's a lot of people projecting onto other people, getting triggered real easy, frustrated real easy. And of course, I'm a wild cat, so every now and then, I mean, I try to be so even keel all the time, but even sometimes I'm just like, enough's enough, and I'll make remarks here and there, and it's not even worth my time. You know what I mean? It's just fun for me sometimes to just poke a little bit, because I'm always so kind and nice, because I work so much and I have to be. So any little teeny like, oh, are you gonna get me? I'm gonna claw you, right? But I'm realizing that there's just a lot of people going, it's not nice anytime I do that. So I don't want to come across like that in today's readings. And if anybody's really sensitive, just keep in mind that these are energies that you may misinterpret something. I may express something a certain way, and it might trigger a feeling in you, because I'm a very emotional communicator. I see MN came through here, MN. All right, so I am an emotional communicator, right? I've worked over the years on how to kind of stay even keel so I don't trigger you that much. Although, readings are readings. Sometimes things come through, and it may hit, but it could be something that's going to make profound change in your life. We always grow when we're uncomfortable. It's not my intention to do that. You know what I mean? It's never my intention. So just be aware that people are a little bit overly sensitive today. And I'm doing my best to work with the energies with people, because I haven't I'm still doing my readings the same, and yet there's different emotions going on or energies going on, so they may be misinterpreted. And so let's just set the intention that it's not going to happen. Everything is going to come out clear, concise. Everybody's going to get the messages they need to hear today. It's going to feel good. And I would say I was talking to a friend of mine, and, we were talking about when people are really overwhelmed right now, a lot of people going through and watching extra tarot and more tarot because they want answers. They want to have some clarity in this confusion. But what's happening is, if you're already in like a really, really high strung energy, and you're going around and you're taking in all this energy, all these messages, right, from random readers, different readers, to get clarity, you're really causing a little bit more noise in your head, and you're probably making yourself more foggy and unable to really hear your truth. And so you may get triggered more, or more sensitive when it comes to messages. We're going to be out of this energy soon, guys. We're going to be out of this energy. All right. I just saw that, angel eyes. So, and some of you guys here, you may not even be like bothered by this. You might be like, no, I feel pretty good. But there could be people around you that are going through these things and that are feeling this way. So this here is my affirmations, and Let me put a high angel. Let me put, I had NM and now I have MN. So this is weird. MN. Two different people. And I have angel eyes. All right. How's everybody doing today? I worked out this morning and then I got locked out of the house. And I just sat there calmly and peacefully, and everything worked out fine. I did not overreact. It was funny because I asked my sister, I was like, do you need me to do anything? Just send me a to-do list. And I thought that I was sending it to her, and I sent it to my mother. And my mom was like, yeah. She starts talking about the yard. And I'm like, no, not you. I know you always got shit for me to do. Hell no. Sweaty and gross. Currently walking to in Florida, you're walking to work. Ouch. It's hot out there. They're going to enjoy you at work. All right. Let's go. Let me start. Nafisa. All right. So we have Nafisa first. All right. Oh yeah, I love walking too. I used to do CrossFit every day, 6 days a week in the middle in a hot warehouse in Florida. Believe me, I'm like, I used to walk around sweaty, go into the and then I do hot yoga, and I'll go into a grocery store just after that, all sweaty. I don't give a shit. I'm right there with you. Hi, Michelle. Thank you. I'm sending love to you too. I just saw what you wrote. Can't imagine. I can't pretend to even imagine. Yes, I have your scripting thing down. I put it in there. All right. So let me get focused here, and let me see who is Nafisa. All right. So Nafisa, you're doing one question. How do they feel about you? I'll pull 3 cards and we'll see. All right. I got to shut that off. Sorry, guys. Thank you for saying you like my hair. I was like, you can't see that really. It looks cute on camera, but it doesn't look, it looks funny. You can see the lump. It just looks like a workout hairdo. How does Carl, an Aquarius, feel about me? Sorry, my nose is itchy. 2 of Swords, a little confused at the moment. There's an energy of uncertainty. All right, 6 of Wands, right? I don't know if they like to get attention, or this is somebody you know on social media, or they get a lot of attention on social media, or they're just really popular with people. All right, I got the Knight of Pentacles. Things aren't moving right now. 8 of Wands in reverse, but these are just challenges. Things aren't working right now. Some things end. Is there no contact? And I have the 10 of Wands. So feeling really stressed out right now. So sort of holding back any kind of communication, and they're not putting any effort in right now. All right. The 10 of Wands is like just burnt out. So I don't know what's gone on between the 2 of you, or, if they're just burnt out from work. I mean, that could be work too. So I don't have any back context. So I'm just kind of using intuitive, but right now there seems to be a block with putting any energy into this or working towards this. Maybe even procrastinating a little bit, or just being really slow, or just there's no communication right now between you and this person. They seem very overwhelmed and have a lot going on. They're confused about something, the situation, their feelings maybe. I don't know if you guys stress each other out, or you've had, it's been a lot of work in this relationship, or it's just been hard, the connection. I don't know if it's, online, a long distance, or what, or you guys just have dealt with a lot of issues in this relationship. But the Six of Wands can be too. I just got a lot going on. I have a lot of responsibility, and I just don't have time for, a relationship or to deal with this issue that if you guys have an issue. The Two of Swords shows a difficult choice, like I had to choose something over something else, right? So it does show that they care about you, or cared about you, or you guys were really, you were friends at least, and there was at one time, or there was a lot of communication, and there was passion there, and that right now it's just on hold for some reason. All right. So I do have, I don't have any like cups right now. So I don't know what's going on with your circumstance. So right now it just seems like a lot of stress, kind of burnt out, and kind of things are on hold. So let me know if that makes sense. All right. And the Six of Wands can say they like your attention, or they did, or they do, they are attracted to you or admire you as well too. It doesn't have to necessarily be that, geez, Mercury retrograde. Doesn't have to be work, or they get a lot of attention. They did like your attention, or they do like your attention, but for some reason there's an external block. All right. That's been happening all through retrograde. Thank you. All right. Let's see, Alyssa. All right, so Alyssa, let me just shut this off here. All right, where's Alyssa? All right. What messages does Spirit have for me about love? Let's see. What messages do you have for Alyssa about love? Let's see. Ooh, this card was just in there. Freedom. All right. That was weird because this card was in this deck. Freedom. I no longer want this fiery ring of resentment to block the good. Release me from its bonds. So somewhere you may be harboring some resentment towards somebody. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. We're talking about love. And so there's some sort of forgiveness around resentment or anger towards somebody, and it's still in your subconscious, which could be a major block that's blocking you from the good coming in. And so I've been working with, especially, the people in the membership I do this more with, because people, when I preach too much of this stuff or say too much of this stuff, people are like, I don't want to hear it. And but the law of forgiveness and the law of karma, and setting yourself free from karma, is what's coming through for you with that freedom card showing up. All right. It'll block you, and it'll show up in other ways in your life. So one of the things I say now, even before I go to bed, as well, I say the law of forgiveness, right? And I forgive everyone forgives me. All mistakes are forgiven, and all consequences of mistakes are forgiven. The gates swing open both ways for my good. I am free from the law of karma, and I am now under the law of grace. Although my sins and deeds may be of scarlet, I am purified as white as snow. Something like that. I change it up in my own head. And that's it. And then I also say, I love everyone. Everyone loves me. All is forgiven. And I say, all my enemies are now my friends. And I don't care if I'm focusing on anybody. I just say it because it releases me from all the karma that I have with anybody in my past. All right. And I've got moving on, needing to move on here too. All right. Move towards the light, clear away any of that past karma is where I'm getting at. And sometimes if you know who the person is, you can visualize that person and a ball of light. And I know that sounds so cliche, but this shit really works. Okay. I'm like, it really works. I wouldn't be up here in front of everybody on YouTube. Like, I've got a little bit of pride, but it does work. And you put them in a ball of light and love, and you say this to them, and you set yourself free, most important, and you set them free. Because although they may have hurt you, it's only hurting you more now by still being angry with them. It's not doing anything to them. It's hurting your spirit, and it's hurting your heart from being open to allow good in. All right. And it might not be resentment or anger. It's just saying here that he's using the word resentment and anger, but it may be anything else. You get the waiting game again. All right. So you're waiting, the waiting game, you may be waiting, or you're in the waiting energy. And the waiting energy is if you're wanting something too bad and you're waiting and you're constantly looking for it, the more we want something, the more we wait for it, the more we look for it, the more resistance we're creating. So people who, when it comes to love, who aren't looking for it in a sense, but want it, know they desire it, they take their mind off it, and it shows up for them like this, because they're not clinging to it. Because what happens is, when we think about love all day long, we may be thinking that we're manifesting love, and if we focus on our person, or we focus on a specific person, or just a soulmate coming in for us, even if we don't know who that person is, right? What happens is, we may focus for a minute or two on being in the wish fulfillment, right? And we're like focusing and we're daydreaming about maybe this person and I will, going somewhere together or doing something, or how wonderful it would be to be in a relationship with this person. But what tends to happen is our mind goes adrift. And then we start going into old stories and negative thoughts. And then we start thinking about how it's not here, how they may reject us, or we start daydreaming about, we start adding in our limiting beliefs. So we'll start having, our insecurities come up in a daydream, and being like, we're playing out a scene with us in our insecurities, and we don't want to do that. So that's why it's not good to just let your mind wander freely. We can't let our minds just wander freely. It's a circus up there, in there. So when it comes to love, as much as we want it so badly, and we want it in our life, we have to know we have it. That's where that whole thing comes from. We've got to fill ourselves with our love, so that we feel like we're in love, we're love. Because that is how it's going to attract into us. So we won't be feeling, because right now it's more of an emptiness feeling. It's more of a sadness feeling. It's more of a loneliness feeling. We're humans, we crave connection. So we've got to convince ourselves of love, being in love all the time, and getting our mind off of wanting to be with somebody so badly, or wanting love in our life, because we're focused on not having it more than we are having it. And in order to manifest it into your life, you have to have your focus on already having it, not having it, right? So we got the waiting game show, and look at the harmony card right here, right underneath. And we've got triggers coming up for you. All right. The shadow, the devil card. So an obsession over it, and, waiting to getting really, anxious and going around in circles and waiting for it to come in, right? And so even the words you're using right now, all right, I've been trying to focus more on myself, but my thoughts stray, stray again, right, to your friend that has been absent. So you got try and stray and absent. These are the three words that just popped out to me that are creating emptiness within you. So that feeling of emptiness, when you're going astray in your head, your body is embodying this energy of not being connected. So you're manifesting that into your life. You're a magnet. You're an energetic being, a magnet. And we manifest. So I know I talk a lot about manifesting. I'm not trying to teach. A lot of people think I'm trying to teach some new fancy technique that we all can just learn. This is something we do on a natural basis. We manifest 24/7. Our thoughts and our feelings create our reality constantly. But we're doing it from a place of not co-creating. We're just allowing anything we think to play out. And so I'm trying to show, how to not do that. Because if we can switch into a different storyline, you're going to manifest in exactly what you want. And believe me, like even dealing with, a lot of emotional issues over the past few years, like it was really hard for me. And, I have to, my affirmations now, what I'm mostly focused on, believe it or not, it's not necessarily specific things that I want in my life, although I know what I desire. I know my end game. Mine is right now, so that I can just clear the air for everything, is I am so freaking happy. I'm always happy. I'm always around people I love. I'm always connecting with people. I'm always helping out. I feel good about being around the people I'm around. Like I'm just feeling myself be so full of happiness, because the more happy I am, everything else, no matter what happens, like even getting locked out this morning, I didn't know how long I was going to get locked out for. I'm just sitting there doodling around and watching some videos, right? Whereas before I probably would have stressed out because I had so much work to do. So you have love coming in for you. This is the 6 of Cups here. But you are focused on the negative parts of it with that devil energy. Your energy is going towards the dark side. You want to focus on bringing this into harmony, because it can be here for you, your friend. And when you focus on good memories and you focus on, try this on for size. Focus on daydreaming when you find yourself drifting. Focus on you're hanging out, making new memories, because that's the same thing. Picture yourself making new memories. I love doing that. There's so many places I want to be and go to, and I start imagining myself there with the people I want to be there with. So switch your thoughts to focusing on good memories this week, like you're making them now. Where do you want to see you and this person who's absent in your life? Where do you want to go this weekend? Nobody has to know what's going on in your imagination. Nobody has to know what is going on in that noggin of yours. Only you. And if you're walking around like you have an imaginary friend, you know what, we had more fun when we were kids, all right? But if you're walking around and you're seeing yourself doing awesome things with people that you love, it will come to pass. It will come to pass. If you're imagining it, if you have a vision in it, and also know this one important thing: what you think about all day long, you're impressing in your subconscious, which means you will dream about it as well. So when you're having these great thoughts and imaginary stories and acts going on in your head all day long, you will eventually go to sleep at night and you will start to dream about these things. And that means that it's impressed in your subconscious. And because your subconscious has no clue to what's real and what's not real, your subconscious believes that that's a fact, that that's true. So it has to come to your awareness because your ego needs to see it. Your conscious needs to see it. It will come to pass, right? So you do, and I have victory and success for you. And, switching just that little bit, trying this practice this week, you do have the Ace of Wands and you have the Ace of Pentacles. You got the Justice card. So we see a balance, but you've got to find a balance within yourself. Balance your emotions and your thoughts right now, and you're going to see this come to fruition. All right. And so it does look like, I don't know, a reconciling with somebody, maybe forgiveness, maybe all that was pertaining to what it is you're trying to call in. And thank you, because that was kind of for everybody too, who's here. So I do believe when we do these super chats that a lot of sometimes we all know this, that the advice will make sense to somebody who's listening in or somebody who just needs to hear it. Jenny Star. Okay. I didn't put my question with my Venmo. What steps should I be taken towards my purpose and career? All right. Oh, I got you in. Let me update the list real quick before I have NM. It's funny because NM and then M and then MN. Angel Eyes. I got BC, T-Wins. T-Wins and Jennifer Hughes. All right, so I see Jenny Star. All right. All right. So I'm adding and taking off at the same time here. You're welcome. All right. Let's see. Who's next? Galactic is back. Nirvana. I know, it's funny though, because you came in, Nirvana, with your initials NM, and the person after you came in and their initials is MN. So it was just funny because it's a synchronicity. Two different people. All right. She's back. She's back. Yes, let's see. All right, so you cut him out. All right, good. If that's good for you. And let's see what happens. All right. So what do the cards say about the income and energies regarding this? It was scary at first to do it, but it felt good to take my power back. All right. So has anything shifted in this energy? You took your power back. There's the inner strength. But now you got to remain in self-control and stay confident. And that's self-control, that card. Stay in control. Well, I can see there's no communication. And both of them want to come in reverse. And I'm not really reading reverse, but I know you still have conflict over it. You feel defeated. I wish I could get to with you, like, what it is with this pattern of yours with people. Something keeps showing up and something keeps happening. And it's you know, a lot of obstacles and challenges. You got the fives. So it seems like, and you're not being recognized by this person or being acknowledged. And it's like, I can see that it's bothering you more than you're saying it's good, but not good. And you feel defeated, right? Another obstacle in the road, another bump in the road, right? Not feeling very, look at this, deception and envy. You're dealing with people here that play too many games, create too much drama in your life, create too many challenges in your life, and they don't even recognize or reward you with anything. It's not rewarding. You're not dealing with people that it's not a very rewarding energy, right? And it's like you keep being deceived and lied to, and people playing head games with you. You've got the 5 of Swords and the 7 of Swords. The major head games here, obstacles, and no bueno. Like, just not, you don't get anywhere with these people. And I don't know what they all have in common because I'm not there on your journey. But you're in a very, you're definitely in an energy of feeling, defeated, in a lot of mental conflict, right? So you're still kind of stuck on this person in hopes that it's still going to change. You're still wanting something to change. You're hoping that this will fix the obstacle. This will make things better. And it's like you're stuck in a pattern, or addicted to. And I'm not a therapist, so I'm just saying things that are coming in, right? And they may not be true, right? But they might resonate, and it might mean something to you, or it might trigger something else, another thought in your mind. But it's almost like you get something started and it doesn't last, and then you get something started, it doesn't last, and then you're addicted to the challenge, the game playing a little bit, the possibility of winning, and then it ends, and then you get a new start. And there's a such thing as being addicted to that, the highs and the lows. And you get so used to it that it becomes a comfort zone, and that when the highs are high, they're very high. But when the lows are lows, it drops you down so friggin' low that you got the 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords. So you have the Ace of, Swords here, awareness card. You've got to step up and be aware of your pattern, or you're repeating the same. Like you said, the energy transferred from the old SP to this SP, and you're aware of it, and your karma keeps showing up for you, and your karma is going to keep repeating itself as long as you keep repeating the same actions. You're not changing anything. So what you went through before, for all those months that you were miserable about and you were doing so much inner work with, you're doing it again now. And do you want to waste another 5, 6, 7 months on somebody who already right out the gate is causing you this much heartache, making you work this hard for them? Somebody should be working hard for you. And and I don't like saying that, because you shouldn't play any kind of games like this with anybody. Nothing should be this hard. So let's go with that one. Nothing should be this hard. Love should not be this hard. It's not supposed to be this hard. All right? It's supposed to be fun. during the first couple months, especially when you first are getting to be with somebody, meet somebody, and then the first 6 months, is really even more fulfilling. And then you really get to know each other and you move forward and you work through all your bullshit, right? But it's not supposed to be on and off, head games. Are they going to contact me? Are they not going to contact me? That's not a relationship. And you know it, but you're addicted to it. And only you can change it. For some reason, it's like you're comfortable in the energy, or it excites you in some way, or, like I said, the highs are really addicting. But so this is where, and that strength card, I didn't think it was going to be hard, right? And we don't always want to go in and meet somebody and think that, right? Our feelings are our feelings. But then it surprised you. And when it surprised you, right then, there's no second chances. You burn me once. What is it? You fool me once. You fool me twice. I'm the fool. I don't know what the hell. You know what I'm saying, though. This is where ultimate self-love for yourself, when it surprised you and it was the same thing you had dealt with before, you know how it ends. It was fun. Of course, you love the fun. We all, we love the fun. But then he vanished. And when he vanished, all right, it was day one. Day one, Galactic Star. That's it. I don't care how much feelings can you act. It was passion. It was chemistry. You had chemistry with somebody, and it got cut off before it could form into a relationship or love. And so you keep thinking that that's a relationship and that's love. You're addicted to the chemistry. You're addicted to the chemistry, and then you're blinded by the passion. And it's funny because the sacral chakra is right here. That's sex. That's a sexual relationship. And that's what you're addicted to. And that's not going to always fulfill you. You can have a very sexual relationship and you can be in a good, healthy, long-term romantic relationship. But if it's purely sex from day one and passion and fun, you can't go throwing your emotions in it after that and then trying to convince yourself that you're in love with somebody when you didn't even get past day one. There was already pain. So you're going to repeat the same cycle until you decide what you want in a man or a relationship, whether your SP is a man or a woman. You need to know what you want in a relationship, and you've got to get your blind spot. You know that you love passion. So you've got to learn to, how am I going to deal with this so I don't get caught in this anymore? Do I hold back a little bit? Do I wait it out a little bit? Do I test somebody? Do I get to know them a little bit more as a friend before I even let them know I'm into them? Whatever it is, you got to figure it out, because your passion takes over and then you turn it into we're in love. And that it doesn't even get a chance to even grow into love. And then it fucks with you for months. And then you go from this high to this low. So it's, you know what I mean? You've got to figure that one out, or you're going to repeat another pattern. And it's like a drug. It's a drug. It's the devil. All right. Isn't it fun? Like all the good things that we got, like the worst things for us. All right. You're welcome. All right. Emma. All right. Had a few read-ins. I know this week. I know everybody is. Right now, everybody's kind of checking in a lot, and I know it. That's why I'm trying, it's teaching me to gauge the energies. And that's why I was saying at the beginning of this live that, like, right now, a lot of people, there's a certain energy, and a lot of people really checking in. So just make sure you're checking with your triggers in case you've been getting a lot of messages and things start to confuse you. And every day things are shifting, and when we do get a lot of readings, sometimes, it's hard to decipher between what is what anymore, and I do my best because I work with you guys so much to kind of stay zoned into your energy, right? So, but it is a time right now. I mean, you're not the only one that's really checking in, even behind the scenes, personal readings, things like that. People just checking in because people are overwhelmed right now. All right. So, yes, for some solitude. And, I'm telling you, I'm like helping out family right now just to keep my mind off my own things. I'm being of service to other people and doing it with like pure intention. Like, I really want to do this. I really want to help you out, and doing stuff for other people. It takes your mind off of your own problems and own things that you're dealing with or that you can't get your mind off of. Um, Yeah, so I need to go deep and look at my manifesting. And this is why, like, I'm really being called right now, especially over the membership, um, the hypnosis, hypnotherapy, and things like that, because a lot of you are at a stage where it's resetting your mind. It's really getting to the root of the issues. And I can't do that for you all, in tarot readings all the time and stuff. That comes with, diving deep and going into the manifesting and going into your root issues. And that's coming up for you. And this has been a long road for you. And so there is the next stage. It's like, all right, you get your manifestations in. You always are getting it in. You've called it in so many times, and now you're learning all the stuff about it, right? So it's probably helping you out in other areas of your life, as well, without you maybe even realize it. Maybe you do. But it is a point where it's like, am I going to go another year with this? And if so, I've got to get to that root issue. And that's going to be scripting, and in the future here, over like one of the next things I'm going to do in the membership for you guys is I'm going to do sort of a a pre kind of like a pre-interview or pre-induction, for you guys to answer certain questions so you guys can start getting to the root of your issue. And that way you can write some real affirmations and real goals for yourself. So I'm going to bring that in really soon as I'm going through my certifications and stuff. I'm already working with somebody with that. And it'll help a lot of you that are in the membership come up with some really good affirmations. All right. Not just some, I can come up with all the big general ones, but all right. Old storylines, patterns, scripting tonight. I'm looking at Airbnb in my house when I'm away. Should I go for it? Should you go for it? I mean, I can give you advice about it from being in them, but should you go for it with your place? Let's see what the cards say. Yeah, you want to go deeper right now. And like I said, the next couple of weeks, especially with that scripting starting, now that you guys are like scripting and you're getting in that phase, we'll see if we can go a little deeper and get into some affirmations and see what's going on. All right. So I'm getting patience and planning. I'm getting the Sun card. I do have emotional withdrawal here, and I do have a firm foundation. And so I don't know why really the emotional withdrawal is. The first thing that comes to mind is that you are dealing with a lot, and this is your energy here, right? You're kind of showing up as the Eight of Cups energy. You're really doing some self-discovery work, right? What I was talking about yesterday. And it does seem like since you got kind of the Seven of Pentacles energy, since you are reevaluating, right? And you are reconstructing your life, right? And this is your house, the firm foundation. It is saying, you know, maybe go for it. Do the Airbnb thing while you are, you know, might take some responsibility off you if you're wanting to get away for a little bit and you're going and doing your thing, you know. It would make you some extra money, definitely. There's ways you can have somebody take care of it. There's another thing besides Airbnb that my friend was using, and I could ask her what it was, but she has a better place than Airbnb. There's another program that they use, and I'll ask her for you, but it might be better because she doesn't want to take care of her property. She didn't want to while she was gone. She wants somebody else to take care of it and monitor it and things like that. So there might be another option to where you can go do your thing when you're gone and not have to worry about being on site, because you don't have to be on site with this other person, you know. So this looks like a good deal for you, so you don't have to worry about it while you're focusing more on yourself, is what I would say. So if you are really truly going to do that and you're interested, you know, email me. I will ask my friend and see what she was going to use so that you could look into the company she was going to use. Is that it? Verbo? Maybe it's Verbo. Grandma, thank you. I think that might be it. Yeah, MN, I got you on the list. All right. So you are showing up in the Eight of Cups energy. So I already got your energy. You're really kind of diving deep. And I think that's what it is, Verbo, but I will double check. If you could just email me and just remind me, because I mean, I got a lot of emails, but I'll see it and I will, I'll know what it's for and I'll make sure I do it. She didn't want anything to do with it. She was like, I'm gone. I want it taken care of and maintained. And so I think that's what you would want. All right. So I know you're missing S, no contact. How is he feeling? And how is our connection? All right. So I did get your energy. This is sort of about you going within right now. So continue to keep going within with that Eight of Cups energy. Let's see S. What can you tell me about S, his feelings, and about Emma and this connection? I got the Ace of Swords here, so still thinking about you. All right. Crown chakra. Right, you're still connected there. Solar plexus chakra showing up too. Trust your intuition here. All right, I do have the Six of Swords, so trying to move on, trying to clear the air, trying to find peace in their life right now both of you are. All right. I've got the universe. The universe works in magical ways. Keep working with the universe. Keep working. Crown, spirit, universe. Keywords here. There's a lot happening, a lot at play, so many working parts. And I think that everything that you're learning, you know, like we were talking about the forgiveness, the karma is very important right now, Emma, you know, because I know that you had a lot of concerns and a lot of blocks along the year. And it had a lot to do with guilt and shame and regret. And so you're in this stage where you're clearing all that. You're clearing with that Ace of Swords. You're clearing away and you're cutting through. And so things are going to work more divinely for you in this situation. Right? The sacral chakra. You're getting all the chakras. Right? You got the sacral chakra. Right? There's still sexual energy between the two of you. Still an intimate connection between the two of you. And they're like the Nine of Swords. I mean, the Eight of Swords. So that they feel trapped. They feel stuck. They have a lot of anxiety. They're going through a lot of negative energy right now. Look at them holding their head like they don't know what to do right now. Like they're gonna beat their head against the wall until they finally do what they need to do. And you can continue doing your work, which will bring you guys together, right? You got spiritual union. So you guys feel the same still about each other. It's just, look at their energy. Like they just don't know what to do. And there's nothing, they have to go through their process. Yeah. It just doesn't want to break. It's not breaking. You know, whether you're helping them heal and evolve and deal with their own personal things, you could be like connected from whatever you believe in from a long time ago. You know, it doesn't matter, but it's like the more you're in their energy or in their life, they still have their own karma they're dealing with, and they are very unhappy, which is why they still remain connected to you as well. It's not like you're keeping this connection alive. If it was you keeping this connection alive, I would come at this a different way. But there seems to be the both of you are keeping it alive. They need to face their problems. You can't do anything about their problems. They have to do that themselves. Or that's where the karma, you get involved in karma, right? So that's what's coming through for you. Let me see. It's been a long time with that. It's been a couple years now, right? 2 years. It's been since I was in Florida the first time. Fernando. I want to know what potential you see with the man I met named Mike. All right. Michael, what's the potential with Michael and you? Let me see. You versus them. You versus them. Well, trust in your own intuition here. I got balance. I got you, the Justice card, right? I've got the Five of Cups. So is somebody going through some sort of breakup, and I've got them, the Destiny card. So I don't know. It looks like this could be positive movement. You're taking, go for it. There is the Five of Cups here. So I don't know if there's something bringing you guys together. Maybe you guys have something in common. You both are kind of in the same energy, or this person is going through something or is trying to start over. There is sexual energy between the two of you. And I have the Seven of Cups, all right? So it does seem like with them having the Wheel of Fortune card, this could be like 50-50. It could be just a sexual relationship, because it is saying choose wisely, the Seven of Cups with the Temptation card and the Five of Cups. So there is potential that this person could be dealing with separation from somebody else, or you're still dealing with your own separation issues, because it's a mutual energy here in the middle. but that this could go somewhere. It's 50-50, but it is showing that there's sexual connection. The devil is showing up, and that 7 of Cups can be, things might not be as they seem. All right. So whether it be too good be true, or they're coming across like they're 100% grounded, and so forth, it's they might be still dealing with some sort of heartbreak in their life. And I got the shadow, so I'm seeing triggers, maybe something's lurking beneath the surface. I do have the Sun card though, so there's possibility here. So don't, like, because I'm giving you this message here, the Wheel of Fortune. At this point, what I'm going to say is it can go either way. It can go either way, but just know that there is some of this energy showing up, like there's something somebody's dealing with. And the Sun cards here saying that, can you have fun, be playful, be like really good friends, start something off light, be lighthearted, and just keep things kind of lighthearted at first and see where things go, is what I'm getting. All right. So that's pretty much, you never let me know if these resonate. I'm curious. You always come back, so you must just like my hair or something. I don't know. But there is a possibility. Stay positive. You got the Wheel of Fortune card and you've got the Sun card. So it's kind of saying, look, it can go either way. Just don't be fooled by any kind of, don't be deceived, or don't, like, if things don't seem, there's something underneath the surface, just dig a little deeper and just get to the root of it, is all that's saying. Take things slow. There you go. Right. And that's the same thing with the Balance, the Justice card, stay in your truth, take things slow. You seem balanced. They seem like they could be either way. All right. All right. I've tried twice now and I can't do his karma. Yes, 2 years and 2 years before that, Frankie. Oh my God. Yeah. You can't, you got to get yourself out of his karma. And I think that you have a possibility right now, a strong possibility, potential to really make this work for you. After all that you've learned, this is way too long to be, you can't get wrapped up in the drama anymore, in the 3D reality. When you let go and you know it's done, and you really trust and have faith and believe it, that you know it's done, is when it just happens. And then there's just this feeling like, and when you, so I manifest a lot of smaller things so I can get that feeling more often. And so that I'm reminded, and I've had some pretty big manifestations, over the past few years, my entire life, but the past few years since I've been doing this, that I often, when I don't see some of the things that I want to see, I even have it on my affirmations to remind me of certain things that came through. Because sometimes we have a tendency to have a win, and then we just get all excited for a minute, and then we're waiting for the next high, right? Same thing happens. We want what we want, and we want it now. So when we get a huge win, we're like, yay, but we still didn't get this. So we're not going to be grateful. And then we don't realize that we are making all these big wins. And the more we're grateful for that, the more we stay in that energy and we trust, it's there to teach us to trust, the bigger things would come right in. All right. All right. Uh-oh. What's Scorpio sneakily trying to get passed over on me? Uh-oh. Coming to a Scorpio for that one. Let me see. All right. Let me put you on the list. Small TV. And we have Fernando. Done. We're going on to Joanne. Did somebody else come in before? I think that was it. Jennifer. Yes, we still have spots left. You can go ahead and sign up. Thank you. All right. So let's see. Joanne. Joanne. All right. Where's Joanne? All right. In separation with my Aquarius, how does he feel? All right. So let's look at how he feels, and then we're going to look at any potential for them reaching out. Twins. Yeah, it says twins, but twins. All right, Aquarius. So how separation? How does he feel right now? Hi. How to have a reading with me? You can PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, or do a super chat here and send me your question. It's 10. In the description box you'll see, and it's pinned. The payment stuff's pinned. But $10, you get a question, and I pull 3 cards, and then 15, I'll give you advice if you want manifesting advice. Oh, you're a Scorpio. All right, so this is you right here. All right, so I have you as Joanne, but it's Janet. Let me see, Jane. Not sure I mentioned if I'm a Scorpio. I'm moving forward, dating up a storm, seeking friends, doing things that make me happy, but can't get them off my mind for some reason. All right, so let's see what's going on with Aquarius. Their feelings or thoughts, whatever comes through. All right, you got the Justice card. So we got material and spiritual prosperity. Wisdom card. Just the Hierophant. You guys definitely there to teach each other a lesson. So there's some change happening here. They might be dealing with right now, look, they might be focusing on some challenges in their life. They're learning some lessons, maybe financially, spiritually, something's going on. They're dealing with some sort of consequences right now. All right, karma. So the Six of Pentacles is showing that, at one time, or you guys were, or you still have a strong mutual connection. You still care about each other. All right. So they care about you, or they cared about you, at one time, right? The Hierophant, they're definitely going through something right now. They're learning some sort of lesson in their life, and they're going through some financial and material changes right now. So they're coming up as being more like dealing with their karma, their current circumstances. They're going through some struggles. They may be, this is like the Five of Pentacles energy. They could be reminiscing in a sense, because if the Six of Pentacles is here, it's sort of equal give and take here. So if you're thinking, maybe they're thinking. It could be more, if they're struggling, they're focusing on how things were, or maybe things are harder than they thought they would be. So they could be feeling like kind of in a negative energy, lack mindset in a sense, where maybe things didn't work out the way I wanted them to, and now I'm feeling bad, or I feel bad for how things worked out. It can be along those energies. The Four of Cups. So they're really in a position of feeling unfulfilled, whatever happened. So I don't know if they made some choices, or, and it could be legal, law. Something could be going on. I don't know if there's a marriage involved. But they're definitely going through some difficult times. And I'm seeing them focus. They're really kind of in a depressed energy. So there is an energy of a connection there, whereas like could even be friends or like care about you or think about you. But right now it seems like they're going through something that's deeper. I don't know if this makes sense to you. You know, they're kind of withdrawn and by themselves or focusing on themselves. So sometimes when we can't stop thinking about somebody, it doesn't always mean that somebody is necessarily trying to reach us or think about, or they could be thinking about us, right? Thinking about what happened in the past. Maybe they feel bad. Maybe they're finally feeling the consequences of their actions. But it does look like they're going through some sort of struggle. And it, to me, this energy with the Hermit card, it's like they're alone. They're being alone. So you may be feeling some energy of them feeling guilty for whatever they've done, whatever they've said to you, or anything like that, right? I'm not seeing yet an energy of, do I want to reconcile? All right. The Justice card can say, you know, there's a soul contract here, and there's a possibility of bringing this into balance by making something right. So it could bring in an apology. I don't know if they really hurt you. I don't know the story behind it. But it does give me the energy like I'm dealing with my shit. I'm dealing with something. All right. So I don't know if there's another woman involved. They're definitely going through obstacles and challenges right now. All right. So, and I've got the 7 of Cups. So they could be, you know, thinking about you, but things aren't as good as it seems. That's what I'm getting over there. I'm still not seeing them, you know, there's love for you here, the heart chakra, but I can pull out all kinds of cards and eventually it'll tell me that there'll be a reconciliation. But what I'm getting here is things aren't what they seem with them. All right. And I am getting the feeling that they're either getting the karma's coming back around to them, or their things weren't as good as they think they are, or they're feeling really bad with how they treated you. All right. I'm not seeing them reaching out right now in this energy. All right. We got 4 of Wands. They could be in a commitment right now, in a relationship, and they're just struggling with it. They've got the 4 and 5s right now. Usually like the 6, like you have the 6s here, but it says I care about you, right? But the 6 of Cups and the 6 of Swords will usually show somebody wanting to move on, overcome something, and reconcile. 6 of Pentacles can say reconciling too, in a sense, but with those other cards, it seems like they're not quite there yet. Yeah. Sarah, let me see. All right. So I have, let me see, Ayushi. All right. Yep. I got you. And then Sarah said she sent, let me see. Yep. I got Sarah. I got you too. All right. So I've got Sarah and I've got Ayushi. We are on to payment. All right. You're welcome. All right. So I have payment, and then Grandma, I'll answer your question. You'll be after that. And then, because I know you've been waiting patiently. So, all right, just an energy check. Am I in my person's energy and thoughts? Let's see your person's energy. Person's energy. Oh, well, you got the 6 of Cups, and you've got the Passion Ignited, Ace of Wands. So let me just keep going. So somebody does have fond memories of you. All right. It does seem like you guys are thinking of one another with that Six of Cups energy. Good times, thinking about the good old times. You know, I've got the Strength card here. There is a bond between the two of you, but they are holding back. All right. For whatever reason. But you have a strong soul tie here. The Strength card means that to me. Soul tribe, soul tie. And you got the partnerships, and you got the Three of Pentacles. So I do see possibility around the corner of some sort of collaboration with this person or coming together with this person. All right. But they may be in a partnership right now, and that's why they're holding back. So keep that in mind. All right. Without digging to, really into it, it does look like there could be a third party. Right. And, but they do have fond memories of you, and you are in their energy. Right. Are you here? Let me see. Thank you. All right. All right. So Grandma, let me just answer this real quick for you. You're writing your story out. And I like that. All right. So you're formulating the beginning drafts. Is how it's sort of a process. It helps you work through and get into the meat of things, right? Get into the root of what you really want. So, you're writing, I live when I bought the house I choose, I'm buying a place now, and the underwriting, please. I don't know if I have choices. You don't worry. Do not worry when you're manifesting about the house. The universe will figure out the house. If you worry about COVID and choices, you're going to limit yourself through your own limiting beliefs, because we see through this like narrow mind. We only see what we think we know. So we don't look at all the possibilities. And there's unlimited possibilities of what could happen. Somebody could be trying to sell a house. They have too many, right? There's lucky people like that. And they just want to get somebody in there. They want a good person to come buy the house or rent the house or whatever. And it might be in this most amazing neighborhood, and it could be at a price that you just can afford. So trying to logic, when it comes to manifesting, you get out of your logical mind. First of all, we're in our imagination. And so we were taught at a young age, imagination is silly. Kids do that shit and blah, blah, blah. Even though the whole world's run on imagination, everything, your car was thought up in imagination. This computer was thought up from an imagination. Somebody had an amazing idea and put it all together. The web, SpaceX, all these things started in somebody's childish imagination. And yet we have all these amazing things. Everything on this planet Earth, besides the natural thing, well, the imagination of God created Earth, was created from a thought. And look at how amazing some of the things that were created. Things that look like they're impossible. They're impossible to create. Were created by man and also by God, nature, whatever you want to, whatever your belief systems are. So limiting yourself by logically thinking when you're manifesting is what we tend to think we need to do, because that wouldn't be possible for me. But we limit ourselves because of the way we were raised, our behaviors, what we make, and our self-doubt, our worth, any traumas we've been through. So we might be like, oh, I can only get this in this price rack, bracket. We won't see ourselves bigger than what we think we are, than what we really are. So when I was doing that video, I was saying, try to manifest from a place where you can see yourself where you want to see yourself. What's your imagination saying? I want to be in this like house. I remember saying to my friend a long time ago, before I even started my channel, she was bitching with her boyfriend at the time because they couldn't figure out if they wanted to be and they didn't have the same interests in houses. And at the time, I was really good friends with both of them, and I was just like, these two aren't even going to last, because I just knew too much. I was like, they're not going to last, right? I finally just looked at her and said, who gives a shit what house the two of you can agree on? It was like she just wanted to argue constantly with this man about, but I don't like that. She just wanted to argue. I was like, is that your house? And she's like, yeah, that's my house. Well, then it's your house, and you will end up in that house. And I remember just looking at me with this like sense of relief, like, you know what, you're right. I will be in that house. And we're not talking anymore, but she probably may be in a house like that. So you've got to stay focused on what you want. She wanted that house so damn bad. What is your expectations? What do you see yourself getting? What do you believe that you could have that you wouldn't put a lot of pressure on yourself? Now just kind of nudge out a little bit, maybe add a couple acres. I don't know, a couple rooms. Maybe make it a little bit bigger than you think, just to give yourself some space. And then let the universe decide how the hell you get it. You just want to write it down like you already have it. You don't give a shit how it comes to you. It just comes to you. It's amazing. Pick out the wall color. Really get into it. If you're real visual and you are good at writing and doing these things, the more expressive and creative you are, the more you're going to impress in your subconscious. Remember, your subconscious does not know if a picture in your mind is real or it's what you're seeing in the real world. So when you close your eyes and you imagine something, your subconscious thinks that it's real, thinks you already have it. So when you start to feel like you already have it, now your subconscious believes you have it, and now it needs to be projected out into your 3D reality. That's how it works. And you bring it to life. And as you continue to do this, the universe is working its magic, and it's making it happen for you. So just stay in the end game. Write down exactly what you want, and just be very specific, detailed with your story. And then you can even go down and then you can do the 5 little scripts that you want to do if you want to make them a little bit shorter. But get your visual in there. And don't worry. No, don't be worried if it's too detailed. You can never be too detailed. The more detailed, the better. It's just for some people, like for me, I honestly don't like to sit there and write all day long. I would rather daydream and go off into space, right? I just, don't want to sit there and rewrite and write. I like to do my to-do lists, and I like to write, and I like to write knowledge. But when it's time for me to write a story down, like I'm like, nah, I'm not good with I just don't like to do that. So I make short little blocks because it works for me. I know it works for me. But I also am audio and visual, so I do a lot of affirmations, and I create visuals in my head. So that works for me. And some people don't do that. They don't like affirmation, or they don't like guided meditations and things like that. But they're very good and very scriptive at making vision boards and writing. So it's the more details, the way, however you got to do it, you do it. And what was the second part? I also wrote, I have job and hours, name my spouse. Yes, my hours, and been out, and I'm currently single. Yes. And so the job here is that your job, even though you don't even need to look, you're currently single. In your manifestation, you have it, right? So it doesn't matter how it shows up for you. So even your partner, doesn't matter how they show up for you, they're going to show up for you. Because even in your manifestation, when you're talking about your romantic partner, your spouse, you can be like, it just happened out, all of a sudden out of nowhere. I didn't have to do anything. He was just there. That's the magic. You don't have to put a lot of pressure. I used to get caught up back in the day, like, oh my God, I need to control how it's going to happen. I need to go through the steps. I need to meet this person. How am I going to meet this person? I don't go out. I don't do anything. I'm working all the time. I'm never going to meet the person. You don't want to get caught up in that minutia. You want to get caught up in, it just friggin' happens. It's just like miracles happen. Magic happens. Boom. And you let go of it, but you've got to feel. Most important part for you right now is to really feel into these and feel the emotions of having it already. So you walk around in this presence like you have this best job. You're making you work the hours you want to work. You've got to feel confident, even on the hardest days. On your hardest days when you don't feel confident, you've got to feel super confident. Because the more confident you are, it's coming towards you. Everything's coming towards you. And when we find ourselves feeling bad or going into lack, we're going right back. We're unwriting all the scripting we're doing. And we're staying stuck because of blocks and limiting beliefs. So the hardest part becomes the discipline of saying, I've got this. I ain't letting that feeling get to me. If you start feeling sad or lonely, depressed, or, like I just don't have it, or frustrated or angry, whatever emotions are most dominant for you, you just tap into it and be like, you do the opposite. I'm excited. I'm enthusiastic. I'm confident. I have nothing to worry about until you believe it. So you're right on. I'm glad you went in and did that. You're right on. So when we're in the membership, whenever you want to, so on the membership days, usually I'll do this, what I just did now, because that was kind of stuff that other people over there would want to hear, but most of them come over here too. That's why I don't mind doing it here. But when we go on Wednesdays, either Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I usually kind of flip-flop between when I have the best time. I'll answer all these kind of questions for you, and I'll help you even further if you're stuck on something, or if you need to create an affirmation, which we're going to be doing next, to create some strong affirmations that you can come up with and have them at your fingertips when you need them. All right. Yeah, that's awesome though. Like, go with the inspiration. You're welcome. All right, what's coming towards NM in love? Who's coming towards you in love? Who's coming towards you in love? Let me start with these ones because it'll give me... Okay, I'm probably going to close down the list because I've gone twice this week. I'm going to be on Monday and Thursday. So breaking it up like that again. So maybe I'll put up the banner. Questions closed. You're welcome. All right, who's coming towards NM in love? Well, you got a page of wands. Somebody coming in. This is the fun person. Somebody curious about you, flirting with you, Aries, Leo, Sag. If it's somebody it's playful, 9 of Cups. Somebody you desire, somebody you have fun with. A lot of fun here. A relationship, 9 of Cups. Somebody, very playful, good-hearted, fun, likes to go out and do things. But so far, we're seeing like fun and pleasure, right? And so, the Page of Wands can be, it's, starting off excitement. It's really fun and exciting. So, the Chariot card, Cancerian energy, could be somebody at a distance coming towards you. The Moon card, Cancer, Pisces energy. You may not know this person. It could be somebody who's hidden from you. You don't know yet. So it could be a brand new person. You got the Death card, so it could be a brand new beginning. Something had to end for this to come in for you. Right, it could be Scorpio energy. All right, we do have the Six of Cups showing up for you, though. Six of Cups can show a friendship growing into something more. It can also show the past returning. I always have to say that because I know everybody knows that. So, and it's also creating good memories. So I do see some sort of loving connection coming towards you. Very watery sign, very fun. It could be somebody that brings out the fun in you. You guys may have known each other since youth. Could be somebody younger than you, somebody with a child. I don't know how old you are. I do have the Devil card showing up. So there's a possibility you could have two energies coming towards you. There could be somebody new, but there also could be somebody from your past that, when I was saying kind of fun, overindulges. That's those two cards. So that Devil card does shift that up. But it could be just a sexual energy, very, very sexual energy between the two of you, very strong attachment between the two of you. Could be a Capricorn energy. And we have the Page of Swords energy. So it could be somebody that's keeping an eye on you online, somebody you spy on, somebody you already know, somebody you're obsessed about, somebody who's obsessed about you. So be careful with any game playing. All right, because I do get two energies here, but if it's just one energy, it's definitely somebody coming back around. Somebody coming back around that maybe could be a friends with benefits type of energy, somebody from your past. I mean, there is romance between you guys, there is love between you guys, but it could be kind of a toxic-y energy. And also, there could be that one person, because the Six of Cups can say somebody from your past and somebody new, right? Or possibly a new beginning, right? With somebody new. So there could be somebody new coming towards you. So does any of that resonate with you? Now I got the Empress card, the mother. I have a child. I don't know if that's you. You just said you have a child. So, so be open to you're very you're attracting people in, and it's a lot of sexual energy, and it could be somebody you have a child with. All right, it could be somebody you have a child with. And also, this is showing there's a possibility of a child coming in. So if you're not looking for another child, just be careful, because you got a lot of sexual energy here with that Empress card and the Devil card. So a lot of sexual energy. All right. And I got another person showing up too, Cancer female. So I don't know if there's a Cancer female around. I don't know if there's another woman around or anything like that with somebody in this energy. So there could be some mischief going on here. All right. Boundaries. I just heard boundaries. All right. All right. Hopefully that's good news for you. All right, we have MN now. Let me clear up the list so you guys know where I'm at. All right. All right, good. It's good news. Good. Well, let me know. Let me see. Are you Maria? Yes. Justani. Yes, I got yours. All right, so let me put you on there. All right, I would like to know if there'll be reconciliation between me and the man on my mind. He decided it won't work out, and I backed away. All right, let's see. We'll Will there be reconciliation? 222 on here. Oh, when you sent that. 222, Maria, when your payment came through. So that might be your lucky number this week. All right. I'd like to know if there'll be reconciliation between me and the man on my mind. All right, so it does look like they could come back around, but things aren't moving right now. All right. I got the King of Swords, Ace of Cups in reverse, but it's in the challenge position anyway. So it's Ace of Cups. Right now it's unrequited with this person. So they definitely are being emotionally cold to you right now. All right, but I got the Sun card. So there is a possibility of a reconciliation. Like I said, the Chariot card, when it's in reverse, the challenge is it's not budging, but they're not going anywhere. So they may come back around. They're being emotionally withdrawn, emotionally distant right now. And they're definitely blocking any movement right now. So the Sun card says stay positive. You know, it's a yes card for you. Whenever I get the Sun card, that's always my immediate yes. I'm not going to say no. You got a challenge here. And they're definitely showing up as being withdrawn and emotionally detached at the moment. All right. So let me know. You do have the Ace of Cups showing up in there, though. So there's just a challenge going on, and things could change. Things can shift. All right. Angel eyes. All right. All right. Angel, are you here? Because I did comment on your video, and the next like week or two, I'm gonna do an exercise. I'm gonna do an exercise. I like your hair. I can see you. I wish mine looked good. I'm so mad at I'm still trying to I gotta put some soap in it like that lady said to do to get my blonde hairs back. But so I want to get to the root, because when you wrote that message, when you responded to your reading, that was the first time like that you really opened up, and like you just really like went boom and said everything. And like in the original emails, you were kind of holding back a little bit on certain things, and it's almost like the trigger or whatever happened got you closer to your truth for me. So when I read that and I was sitting there reading through your comments, I was like, this sounds like a different version. This sounds like a more grounded, centered, this is me and this is what's going on. And so when I read that, the first thing that came to mind is I'm working with Anne right now, we're looking at the process of this and how I can do this with you guys next, right? So there'll be a process I'll go through to where we can get to a root of something, so that your affirmations that you're using will be more tailored to what's really going on with you, what the real block is, because you've got all the pieces. You've got all the pieces. And sometimes you might be the package that is just so grand that it could be intimidating to somebody else too as well. So I can't figure that out yet. But I think if you get to that point, we get to the root of it, you may see something switch, because I keep telling you, I can tell it feels like you're almost there. It's just that there's something that you keep bumping up against. All right. So that being said, let's move on. All right. All right. Let me see. Anything good coming in career? I've got a couple outings this weekend and Monday. Anyone for my highest good coming in love? All right. All right. I like that. I did do my scripted. Okay, I got you guys all moving right now. I love it. So let's look at the first question first. Anything good coming in career? All right, you got the Eight of Wands. So something's about to come in, the Judgment Day, a big decision to move forward, to step up, or to travel. There could be some exciting news, a lot of movement. So there might be some changes going on at work, career. All right, whatever changes are happening, it could move pretty fast. It could come out of nowhere, but it's exciting news. Whatever's changing right now, or what's coming towards you, the Judgment card is saying it's going to make a big difference in the future. So maybe it might come in out of nowhere, might move fast. It might just seem like things are moving too fast, but this is a very exciting time. So expect some sort of exciting news coming in, communication, things picking up pace, fast motion. That's usually like a lot of communication going back and forth and a lot of action happening. All right. So, and I've got the Ten of Swords here. So if you've been going through a hard time, or there could be with the Ten of Swords here, that some part of your job is ending and you're about to embark on a new level in your job. All right, the Ten of Wands. You're completing a cycle at work. So the Ten of Wands is you've worked so hard, you've done all the work, so you're getting all the gains. You've completed a chapter at work, and now it's time to go again. So the Ten of Wands typically means like going out and gathering all your harvest, because you've worked all season to plant and grow it and maintain it, and you did all the work yourself. So now you're kind of you're earning, all your earnings are coming in. So I hope that makes sense. But the two tens here talk about a brand new beginning now, a new cycle, and things changing. So let's see, anyone coming in for your highest good in love? Anybody coming in for the highest good in love? Anyone coming in for your highest good? All right, we got the Hanged Man. So we see a turning point. All right, could be Pisces energy. We got the Knight of Cups showing up. So they could be, but this is also a waiting period too. So there might be a slight pause happening here, but that does mean, letting go and seeing things differently. So your perspective is changing, is shifting. I'm always going to say that with this card. All right, so it's releasing what no longer serves you, surrendering, taking a step back, and now you're also transitioning here. We are still in Mercury retrograde by the next week or so. We got 10 days, we got 8 days or something like that, and then it'll go direct. And I think that's when the Eight of Wands, you're going to start really feeling things pick up. So right now things could be slowing down, and you may feel like you're kind of dangling or in this kind of nowhere land right now, right? And but there's still romance coming in for you with the Knight of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. I've got the Star card, Aquarius energy. All right, so there's a wish granted here. And then you got the Eight of Wands again. All right, so you're seeing things are going to pick back up when it comes to the dating. The Star card, somebody, what you desire desires you. It's manifesting. It's stay having faith. Don't lose faith in this process yet. The Eight of Wands shows some more flirting coming in, some dating, maybe texting, going back and forth. And I just see a slight little pause right now that you're in. Charge that phone, okay? Because the Knight of Cups, there's new romance coming towards you. So we got Aquarius, we got Pisces, we got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and we got the Strength card, which is Leo. And I know, but that to me feels like you got to stay confident and strong in yourself. And of course, I can't tell you what to manifest and what not to manifest. And so there is a Leo showing up here. So there may be some healing going on. It's just a little bit of a waiting period, transition. So charge the phone and get ready. Thank you. You love this hairdo. I need to stop saying that, because the more I say it, I'm manifesting that I don't like it. It's like before, it seemed like when it was blonde, when I would do it, it seemed like it had more body and it was just looking nice. And then now it's brown again and it just feels flat to me. You're welcome. I like your haircut too. All right. Let me see. Can you please look into the love situation, future actions with me and my Aquarius? Looks like Aquarius is on the radar today. Yeah, Taurus kind of backed out. There was no Earth there. Yeah, I like that. I used to kind of wear my hair. My hair used to always be short. It was long when I was a kid, but I had the short hair too, and to the side. And I had the T-Boz look back in the day. Let's see. Can you look into the love situation, future actions with me and my Aquarius? All right, the Magician, the Queen of Wands. You got to stay focused. I know you're manifesting them in. Anything can happen right now. New beginning. I do have the Star card showing up here. The Ten of Cups. I don't know if they're in a relationship right now. And I've got the Four of Cups for you. All right, so you guys still think about each other. There could be a possibility of you guys in the future coming together again, because you have the Magician card and you have the Star card, so don't lose faith. You know, what you desire desires you. So if you guys are focused on each other and just wishing for or thinking about each other, you will eventually cross paths. But the challenge position is the Ten of Cups, which says that maybe you don't have the same shared goals right now about relationship. You guys are not on the same path right now. That's why you're not in alignment. And you're in the Four of Cups energy. You kind of feel like lost, disappointed. Or the Ten of Cups can say a family or relationship is getting in the middle of this. All right. So that's why things aren't coming into alignment. Need to quit stressing, shedding all over the place. Yes. No more stressing. It's going to happen for you. It's going to happen. All right. T wins. What do I need to hear from my Scorpio? What do I need to hear from my Scorpio? About your Scorpio? Are you here, T-Wins? Like, what do you want to know about your Scorpio? Your thoughts, feelings? Let's see. We're looking at Scorpio. All right, Ten of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. Queen, are they in a relationship? Are they married? I got the Ace of Swords. All right, it's like you want communication with them. You're waiting for a breakthrough. You're waiting for justice. You're waiting for an apology. It looks like the Three of Swords. There could have been a third party. Your heart was broken, or they were in a relationship, right? Or the third party is work. All right. It's not showing. We aren't together. There could be somebody involved. I don't think it's not showing that. The Five of Pentacles. All right. There could be communication starting between you guys, but I'm not seeing the Ten of Pentacles here. Says that there's a possibility, the overall energy, but right now work's getting in the way. Like there's no cups showing up here. So I can't do anything about that. No cups are showing up here. I can see communication. I can see a possibility of in the future relationship. But right now they're showing up as a 3 of Swords. I don't know if they're going through a separation or there's another person involved. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what the cards are saying. The challenge position here is the Queen of Pentacles. And there's a 10 of Pentacles. So without doing an in-depth personal reading, all I can do is read. I was supposed to do 3 cards, right? And it's saying 3, they're either going through a separation or there's a third-party situation, and it could be work or it could be another relationship. The Ace of Swords says, you know, that's on your side. It's showing possibility of communicating a new beginning with this person, but the 5 of Pentacles is showing up, and there could be some disappointment here because there's something else going on here. So I would dig in and get to the bottom of it, get to the truth of it. The Ace of Swords, get to the truth of the situation and just ask them. So I'm trying not to take that like, you know, will we be together or what? Like I can only give you what the cards are, and I just don't like that tone. Jeez. All right. All right. Elise, no, I'll take one more. I got 15 minutes and I'm closing up. I mean, I'm not taking any more questions, but I'll take one more. I got 15 minutes. I'll be on here. But I think this is it. I've got a few more I'm doing, and this is it. What steps should be taken towards my purpose and career? All right. All right. Let's see. When you ask questions, guys, just for everybody, be specific, because I'm not going to answer 10 other questions with just a 1 question reading. So be specific when you're asking questions, because that's not fair to me to have to continue to answer questions that was not in the original question. I look at what you write and I go from there and I pull the cards the way they are. All right. And so you've got to, we're communicating through text here, and I'm doing the best I can to read your energy, read your words, read what you're asking, trying to understand what kind of emotional state you're in, trying to be empathetic. And so the more clear you are about what it is you're looking for, the more clear of an answer you're going to get through tarot. All right. So what steps should I take towards my career? All right, so you got movements, decisions, and you have choices. All right, so I'm going to school and I'm also doing mediumship. No, Jennifer, I wasn't really saying that to you. I was saying that to everybody because I did get just a little triggered, and I didn't want to get triggered with that last reading. So I just wanted to make sure that I was being, and so I wasn't doing that towards you. I was doing that for everybody because it was kind of example of what happens when I don't get a complete question with the first question. It gets miscommunication, and we are in Mercury retrograde. That wasn't directed at you. I was trying to clear that before I moved on so that I wouldn't keep going with it. All right, so we have movements, choices, and decisions, right? And so I'm going to school, and I also have doing mediumship on the side, and I'm just wanting to know if I'm on the right course of action. And I think you are. I think you have the Two of Wands energy. I think you're being asked to get out of your comfort zone and to go for it right now. So I don't know what your sign is, but I mean, this is like the Aries North Node type of energy. You have these ideas. You had the Ace of Wands. You're inspired to do the mediumship. You're in school right now, and you're at some point. I promise you, I've had my hands in so many different opportunities and jobs and learning things that all of a sudden, at one point in my life, it all comes together, and you figure out a way to, yes, Saggy. So even thinking outside the box and really going big, right? So Saggies are going big. So you've got the Two of Wands type of energy. Keep going with what you're doing. And is the video chopping for everybody? Figure what this is saying. The Two of Wands is saying you got to just keep pushing yourself to get out of your comfort zone and keep going in the direction you're going, and don't doubt what you're doing. All right. You may have to make some choices coming up, make some important choices coming up. I got 2-2, which is a master number. That can be an energy of making some plans, getting things in order, making some important decisions, making some phone calls. You're doing mediumship, maybe start practicing with it. There's a lot you can be doing with that. You can be working as you're going. Anytime I take a course or anything I do, I apply it as I'm going through the course. So I'm working with people even while I'm in school or doing something, so that I can be thinking, working, reading, doing, and applying at the same time. So you are getting that, maybe mapping out a plan, and making some important decisions here, building a firm foundation. So you've got the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is saying you got to build a strong foundation now and start getting the structure going. So do you have a game plan? So you got the Two of Wands and you got the Four of Wands. All right. We have the Ace of Swords. So it's about getting a clear vision. And you've got the Justice card, which is showing success in your business. So what I'm seeing is you've got to get out of your comfort zone and really push. All right. Yeah, I'm a psych student doing death education. It works well. That sounds absolutely amazing. So you could be doing the mediumship, you could be doing like student kind of practices, rates, things like that, working on an internship with somebody. You really want to start applying everything together now and getting the experience as you're doing it all together. That's awesome. And because the Four of Wands is saying you're embarking on a milestone here, and it's time to make an important decision to kind of build, you got the Ace of Swords here. You've got to decide here, make a choice, make a clear decision. It's like signing a new contract, maybe interning or something like that. And we have the Justice card showing up for you, showing that you're on the road to success. So, trust your inner guidance system here. I'm trying to get you some more advice. The universe. I mean, you're getting all the, the great cards. Stay strong through it. Like, you got strong spiritual strength. So this is a perfect job for you. Look at the inner power, confidence, perseverance. Oh, I keep pulling cards for you. If I keep pulling cards, it's eventually something's going to come out and I'm going to be like, it's not for you. All these cards are saying that you're following your soul's purpose, or you're being divinely guided here. Definitely. Well, right now in flux, right? So Jennifer, right now, everybody's kind of feeling that way right now. People are getting triggered right now. Things are slowing down right now. There's miscommunication right now, which is why I kind of like, wanted to be a little bit clear there. I'm doing my best to stay even myself because I work with a lot of people. There's a lot of that going on right now. And if you take a look at the astrology and listen to some of the astrologers, especially like this retrograde energy, there's like 6 planets right now still in retrograde. And it does feel like everything's slowing down. And I think Jupiter in Taurus is in, I don't know if it's in Taurus, but it's in Taurus, I think, retrograde, which means that a lot of things around money, resources, material world is slowing down, so that we can kind of, the way I interpret it is that it's not slowing down your resources necessarily. It's slowing down. You don't need to work as hard right now. You got to kind of take this time to absorb in everything you've done so far, and sort of take a break for a second, let everything process and integrate so that you can move on to the next phase. So if things feel like they're in flux, it's a time for you to really integrate what you already know and what you already have. And then you'll see things pick up pace here in the next week or so, next couple weeks. I didn't see anything from Missy Flu, and I'm closed for questions now. I'm just about done. I'm just finishing up with the last few. Yeah. Awesome. So stay focused right now. Like, that's really important. I did moon. I don't know if you saw the moon energies yesterday, but the moon energies really were talking about just, you got to just stay focused right now and try to stay away from anybody or anything, or even your mind, if you feel like you're being pulled down a rabbit hole of frustration. It's really just an energy coming through, a frequency coming through, that we just got to kind of stay grounded. All right, small TV. Was Scorpio sneakily trying to get pass over on me? All right, so I need you to be a little bit more clear, just because this is one of these things where, like, I'll start doing the reading and then more questions will come up. So you're looking for their thoughts, feelings, and intentions that they originally had for you, or like what happened in the past here. And then are you going to want to know like any future actions towards you? Are you here, small TV? Thank you, Jennifer. So are you looking at, you want to know about past energies? You want to know if they were playing you, if they were lying to you, or if like right now. All right, so it was toxic but didn't end by your choosing. All right. So I'm trying to understand what you're saying by get past over on me. Like, are they trying to play a fast one on you, or were they playing you? Just so that I know how you're saying it, and so that I'm answering your question. And are you trying to see what their future intentions are about coming towards you? Understand the reason for all that nonsense. Okay, what was he trying to do? Why waste both of our times? Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's look quickly into the past and see what was going on. All right, let's see. I'm just not as cool as I look. I don't speak the lingo. All right. All right. So 5 of Wands, there was a lot of drama there. All right. So there was competition drama. The 5 of Pentacles. There definitely was struggles here. So you weren't lying about that. The 7 of Cups. It looks like, could there have been competition? Was there other people involved? Were there other options? You know, the 7 of Cups is like, make a choice already. You know what I mean? Wishy-washy type of energy. And I just see like you guys were fighting a lot or arguing a lot and couldn't seem to find common ground. All right. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. I don't know if one didn't have finance, if there was financial issues, or somebody was in a relationship, or if there was another relationship involved. All right. You guys maybe didn't have the same future goals, marriage. Maybe one of you wanted marriage, one of you wanted long-term commitment, and the other one was not choosing to be stable. So there was a lot of arguing, fighting over that, a lot of toxic energy over that. Or it could have just been finances. I am getting player type of energy. You know, the Knight of Cups here in reverse. We're getting to the nitty gritty in the past, so I am taking the reversals that come through. There may have been a lot of sexual energy, a lot of fun, a lot of flirting, but there was, there's definitely an energy showing up here where it could have been, like my successes. Okay. So there's definitely some not feeling good enough then with that 5 of Pentacles. So the competition, finances, you may have been making way more than they are. So there could have been some jealousy, some frustration here, some tension. So I do see the Six of Swords. So it's like this is why they moved on, to get away from the 5 of Swords, the energy. There was a lot of head game, mind games, deceit, arguing, blaming, shame, whatever. But there you have the 5s here, which are talking about a lot of frustration, like you guys just could not find common ground, and there was a lot of ego involved where, you know, this person may have been jealous, or like if they're just very frustrated. And they, when you see the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles says, I'm not good enough. I'm dealt a raw hand. I don't make a lot. I struggle. Everything's always against me. So are you dealing with somebody who is very, very defensive, you know, very insecure? And if you make way more and this person's very insecure, you know, this could be why this person, maybe they weren't playing games with you so much, because a lot of the pentacles are showing up. Maybe it was just about their self-worth, not feeling good enough, or feeling like they were an option with you. Maybe they felt like you could easily find somebody else, or you have other competition. Because you have the 7 of Cups and you have the 5s there, which are saying they maybe felt like a choice or not good enough, or that you had other choices, right? So it does feel like that's why they kind of moved on away from this, right? So we can look real quick and see, you know, is there a possibility what's going to happen here in the, you know, a return in the future? Yeah, well, of course they're going to do that. There's a lot of 5s there. They're the 5 of Pentacles, very insecure. So if somebody's very insecure, they're going to project that. They're going to project that onto you. And right now, in this energy right now, there's a strong energy of people being so, like, I don't know what the word is, okay? But people are really sensitive right now, and they're projecting their shit onto other people. It's like they're just coming out and being like, and it gets overwhelming across the board for people who are on social media. You start to take the attacks, right? You see, I see Small TV. I don't know if you've got your own, you know, your own platform, but maybe you deal with that. You just feel like sometimes you just get more people, you know, attacking you or criticizing, or just getting mad at you, getting angry at you. That's people taking shit out on you. That's people projecting what's going on in their inner world out towards you. There are people who are hurting or insecure, right? And so, I mean, there's so many other ways to explain that, but there's an energy here where you guys were fighting so much and you couldn't find common ground, and they may have been projecting their feelings onto you. So I wouldn't take it personal, especially whenever we're left kind of confused about a situation. Like, I'm being real here. If you're in a connection with somebody and you feel confused, usually it's because they're trying to confuse you or they're confused. So don't doubt your intuition and don't immediately blame yourself, right? Especially if it was kind of toxic and you knew it was, then you've got to look at it for what it is. It was just an unhealthy situation. And sometimes when situations are unhealthy, you're never going to get they don't even know what the real truth is. And they probably wouldn't admit it if there's that much inner conflict going on. So let's see any future actions or intentions that's coming back around. I have the Two of Cups. So, and I do have the King of Wands in reverse. All right. So I do see a possibility of coming back around, but just know they're still coming back in as the King of Wands in reverse, which can be somebody who's very intense emotionally. So they're dramatic. You're dealing with somebody who's defensive, jealous, dramatic, plays games because of insecurities. So that's the energy that you're dealing with. And so when they come back, even though there's attraction, there's very strong attraction there, you've got to remember to keep your mind sane and know that you're dealing with somebody that has this energy. So do not take things personal with this person. All right? Can't take things personal with this kind of relationship. There's always a lesson to learn when we're in situations like this. And sometimes passion and, yeah, it's not you. There's just times when we get addicted to a toxic behavior. We get addicted. We get addicted to the chemistry. We get used to it. It's like they draw us in and then we get used to it. And then we start to get so confused, we don't even realize what the hell we're doing wrong anymore. And we never were doing it. You know, the whole wrongness is just being in an unhealthy connection. And you're not going to make sense of it until, you know, somebody changes. Somebody changes the dynamic there. Right? Does that make sense to you? And you know what? You may feel like he was trying to confuse you, and he very may well have been, but there's also a possibility that he's wired that way through his own reasoning, right? And it's like they could have their own insecurities or own fears and things like that. And you know, you never know. You never know why people do that. All right. But if it's not feeling good, I would be kind of happy that they are, you know, they moved on. You know what I mean? Like, let them give you a break. Yeah. Because I wish I had the answers for you with the gaslighting thing. I wish I had the answers. Ego. There's so much of that going on right now. Everything's me, you know, even with social media, you know, we're all focused on our, you know, ourselves in the society. I mean, and it's also a pattern. And, you know, and that's where, just remember gaslighting. Anytime you feel confused, and gaslighting can show up with your girlfriends, your guy friends, your bosses, your parents, your siblings. Whenever you feel really confused, and you honestly don't think you did something wrong, and your heart is like, I was not trying to do something wrong, you've got to trust that it's gaslighting. And people do it without even realizing they're doing it because they've been trained to do it. Right? So you've got to trust that. You've got to trust that, especially if you've been a victim of it and you don't even realize from growing up. I'm not a therapist. I'm talking through experience, okay? So I'm not a therapist. I just know what I've learned and what I've dealt with. All right. And sometimes they get you when you least expect it. So that's where it happened to me too. I would have friends show up like that. It showed up for me with a lot of friends that were girls, women friends. I didn't realize that. Best friends, they love bomb ya. I do everything. We do everything together, have a great time. I'm your best co-pilot. And then next thing you know, holy shit, that you get sideswiped. So you've got to be careful with gaslighting anytime you feel confused. All right. So good luck, and I'm sending you so much love and strength for that one. All right. Ayushi just sent. All right. Just want to check in. My love interest for Tune. Does he think about me? Miss me? We're still not talking to each other. You're welcome. I hope I helped. All right. All right. We're looking at, my eyes are burning with this light. All right. Awesome. Antune. His thoughts. Does he miss you? Any intentions of talking to you? I've got the Queen of Swords and I got the Seven of Wands. So they're definitely on guard. They've withdrawn emotionally. All right. There's a possibility of thinking about you though, because you got the Queen of Swords here. So, but they are keeping you at a distance. I've got the Five of Pentacles. They could be feeling bad. They may miss you. All right. A little regretful. I got the Four of Wands. And I've got the Nine of Cups. All right, so there is a possibility here that they do miss you. I don't know if there's another relationship involved, right? I say that because the middle card can always be the challenge card. The way I have the camera set up, I'm sorry, it must have moved. You guys haven't even been able to see your cards. I didn't even notice that. All right, so the Four of Wands here can show a reunion, but right now it can be a challenge. So right now they're definitely keeping you out in the cold, but they're feeling bad or feel guilty or feel sorry for whatever's happened. They're feeling distant from you. They're definitely thinking about you, but for some reason they're pushing you away. It could be because they're in a commitment or they're not ready to reunite yet, right? But the Nine of Cups here shows, you may get your wish granted. You may see each other again. So let me know if that helps you, if you're here. All right, Sarah. I didn't see a payment come through, Miss, or else I would send it back. I'm not seeing a payment on Cash App, right? You sent it on Cash App. I'm not. What's your Cash App name? All right, Sarah. All right. Is C Aquarius still interested in me? We have a big work event tomorrow, and I'm curious if he will try to reconnect, or is he at least still interested in any way? I haven't received anything, and so if I do, I will send it back to you. I haven't received anything. I promise if it comes through, you will get it back. Is C still interested in me? We have a big work event. I'm curious if he will try to reconnect, or is he at least still interested in any way? Let's see. His thoughts and feelings about you and actions towards you tomorrow, if he does. All right. So I got the Six of Wands. I got the Judgment card. I've got the Sun card as the challenge card, though. So there's still some negative energy between the two of you. And I've got the Moon card. Things are still a little uncertain. Something may come to light tomorrow. You do have the Judgment card, and the Six of Wands. So they still think you're attractive. You say you have a big work event tomorrow, and that's like the Six of Wands. So there could be some good news coming in. So tomorrow could be really good with the Judgment card and the Six of Wands. The Moon card shows sort of uncertain about feelings. All right. But feelings are changing. So there could be, if you've had some negative energy between the two of you with the Sun card is showing up in your reading. So it's telling me that there's positive energy here. It's just right now, there's something that happened or something that was between the two of you that there's still some uncertainty here. There's good news maybe tomorrow. So there's a possibility that something could come to light tomorrow. And maybe there is a possibility with that Judgment card that you reconcile whatever your differences were. So I do see that they're still attracted to you. So when you're saying interested, the way it's coming through for me is they're still attracted to you or admire you or look up to you or, interested in you. All right. But the emotions and the challenge is the Sun, like something negative between the two of you that might come to surface. So tomorrow there could be, we haven't talked to me since it ended 2 months ago. And I deleted hat too. I feel that too. Okay. So so what I would do, I know you didn't ask for advice, but I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. All right. I'm closed right now. So I will, if you sent anything, I will send it back to you. I'll be on Monday. What I would say right now is there's everything's changing. The energy between you guys are changing right now, Sarah. So focus on the Sun card. Like, what do you want to see the outcome tomorrow? So try to visualize it already happening and see the best case scenario and go in there confident. Don't try and force it to happen. Just go in there being the most confident version of yourself and see what happens. You know what I mean? So, because right now, there's the circumstances is changing, and just know that the energy right now is really changing right now. So not everything is going to seem as it appears. So if you see something that you don't like, don't react to it, because it's sort of like things might not appear as they seem. So just remember that with the Moon card. So you might think they're not giving you attention, but don't think that, because there's a possibility that you're just seeing that out of fear with that Moon card, but that they could really be in their mind, in their head going, so maybe it doesn't happen tomorrow, but that's where the change happens. And then next thing you know, you guys might be talking later. So just go in there with best case scenario. All right. So, Maria, just want to make sure. Yes, it did. Here's my concern. I'm a Virgo Libra cusp. woman who recently dated a Sagittarius man, but he ghosted me. Okay, so are you here, Heart Prince? What do you want to know? I see your concern, but what's your questions? You're welcome. You too. Are you here, Heart Prince? I know you've been waiting a while. If not, I'm just going to kind of look at their thoughts, feelings, what happened, the challenge, what happened. I will be on Monday. I would do more, but I've reached my limit. I've already gone a little bit past. I will be on Monday. Monday around the same time. I do also do personal readings if you want a really in-depth personal reading. My website, everything's down below too. So keep that in mind as well too. It just wouldn't be if I take any more. It's like I've already reached my. Okay. Heart Prince. So do you want to know, what questions do you want to know? Do you want to know what happened, their thoughts, their feelings of what happened in the past, and if they're going to return? But after the first day, he went cold turkey. All right, so let's see what happened in the past. All right, so sometimes when we're dating and in the first date and we don't hear from a person, we've got to be honest with ourselves and accept that there's a possibility that they just weren't that into you, right? Or they didn't think you guys clicked. All right. So there is always that possibility. It doesn't, I mean, that's what happens in this dating world, right? So, and don't take things personally when that happens, right? They could have been talking to other people too. So you've got to keep in mind that kind of stuff just happens with the territory. And, it sucks. You guys are all doing it, dating and stuff like that, and you're dealing with this kind of shit. Just don't take it personally. All right. But we will take a look at what was going on, what they felt the challenge was in the past, and why they decided to ghost you and not say anything. They just went cold turkey. All right. There could have been somebody else. All right. Because I am seeing Ace of Cups and I'm seeing the Empress card here. There definitely could have been they were talking to another person. I do see the Page of Cups. They were interested in you. All right. Ace of Swords. All right. So, and the High Priestess. They may have felt like you were being dishonest about something. Or do you have a child? Do you have a child? Are they younger than you? Because if they were younger than you and you have a child, they might have found you very attractive. This person thought you were very attractive. The problem was the Ace of Swords, though, and the High Priestess can show there was some deception between you about age. I don't know if they were lying about their age, or they were lying to you about maybe a baby mama. But they definitely were attracted to you, found you kind of mysterious, unique. But they might have even been thinking you weren't telling them the truth about something. So the communication was cut. All right. They definitely, they did have the Page of Cups energy. So they were curious about you. Can you answer any of that? Were you a little older? I am getting, okay. All right. So he is younger, and I'm getting like the Queen of Pentacles. So that could have been it. It could be just that maybe you were coming across as, older, more responsible, wanting different goals. They're coming in kind of childish, and you're coming in kind of responsible, kind of the Queen of Pentacles. Very nurturing. The Nine of Cups here. That's all I'm seeing. Does any of that make sense? I am getting another person though. So they could have been talking to somebody else. Okay, that's not that big of an age difference. They could have been talking to somebody else. All right? And so what I'm getting is that just don't get so invested so quickly just yet. It doesn't seem like there's not a possibility for them to communicate with you again. You have the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Cups. It's just that this might be one of those things where this is somebody that's just kind of curious and dating and getting to know people. So it might have went very well with you, but they could still be dating like 2 or 3 other people, and they weren't honest with you about that. All right. I've got the Queen of Wands showing up. I've got the Chariot card. All right. And so it does seem like they may come back around. Right, it was in reverse, but I put it up right here. So right now it's kind of hold back, but they may come back around. Give it a week or so. There's a lot of women showing up here. There's 3 women showing up on this table. So we got the Nine of Cups, which can say somebody who's just having a good time. Yeah. And go back to what I said in the beginning, though. You are at the initial dating game. Everybody has the right to do that, but you should be honest on the first date of where you're going to go the next day. So by the time the first date's up, if you don't know you're going to see that person again, or if you haven't made plans for a second date, there's usually probably, I'm just feeling things out and I'm dating other people. Right? So that's what I've got for you. Don't take it personally. Don't take this one personally. All right, guys, I'm done. You guys had some good ones today. And I'm going to go eat. All right. You good? I feel like I talk so loud, and I don't have to talk this loud. I do this. I just got a voice for like a stadium. I don't even have my microphone set up here because I really don't need one. My voice is like, mwah. You're welcome. Don't give up, and don't take things personally when you're going on dates. Not until you get past a few dates, then you know something's up. Or at least a second date. All right, guys, take care.